Mariana Mazzucato is different from your average economist. She is part of a new generation of academics who understand how to use their voice and public speaking skills to engage and challenge their audience. In this video, I will not as much react, but break down what she's skilled at conveying and how she uses her public speaking skills to enhance her message and enthrall her audience. If you're an academic, a researcher, or even a budding speaker, then Mariana Mazzucato is someone to watch. Let's get into it. So the first thing I noticed, and just to put a caveat out there, I've watched this a few times now, is her stage presence. So let's just watch.
Value creation, wealth creation. These are really powerful words. Maybe you think of finance, you think of innovation, you think of creativity. But who are the value creators? If we use that word, we must be implying that some people aren't creating value. Who are they? The couch potatoes?
Okay, so the ability to demonstrate non-verbally your passion and expertise for these ideas is referred to as presence. So these might include body alignment, energy, posture, breathing, and also facial expression. These are all connected. So creating good posture or good body alignment requires good control over your breath. Your facial expression is going to be enabled by your energy and your mood, and vice versa. If your energy is low, that's going to be demonstrated with your facial expression and also your presence, your body alignment. Eye contact is also the second most important skill.
You're producing stuff.
You notice that she appears to look at both individuals and small sections of the audience, ensuring that everyone is accounted for and included in her story. You'll also notice how she looks at the camera to include all of us. So she's not just looking at the audience individually and as a group, but she's looking at us, the viewers, the audience, the virtual audience. She's also chosen to wear a casual yet sophisticated dress in the same color as the iconic TED Talk logo. I think it's virtually the same color. She does this to blend in and not to draw attention away from her delivery and her message. Now, I could be wrong, and it's just what she picked up from the floor that morning, but I doubt it. I think everything is planned. I think the way she moves, the way she's presenting herself, both in her body, in her energy, and in her voice particularly, is absolutely measured and decided upon and practiced upon before the talk. Look how she's using the floor. She's using the stage. She's not running up and down. She only walks and moves when she's telling an anecdote, presenting data, or switching from one topic to another. When she's making a statement, she's still. My guess is that she used to have a slight lisp, but that doesn't diminish her ability to articulate, which is number 5. She emphasizes certain words and syllables with a little help from number 6. Now, number 6 is breathing.
Between 2007 and 2010, 8.8 million people lost their jobs. Now, the bank also had to then be bailed out by the US taxpayer for the sum of $10 billion. We didn't hear the taxpayers bragging that they were value creators. But obviously, having bailed out one of the biggest value-creating productive companies, perhaps they should have.
So number 6 is breathing. And as you can see, she has excellent control over her out-breath, energizing the sound with her abdominal muscles. She's aware of her resonant areas in her chest, in her larynx, in her head, in her nasal passages. And she energizes the sound with those muscles. Number 7 is her facial expression, which despite the fact that she's smiling quite often in a negative context, it is a positive gesture to clarify and justify her argument.
Who are they? The couch potatoes? The value extractors? The value destroyers? To answer this question, we actually have to have a proper kind of theory of value. And I'm here as an economist to break it to you that we've kind of lost our way on this question. Now, don't look so surprised.
The 8th and final point is the use of personal anecdotes to enhance the narrative.
Now, let me just give you some context here. 2009, was just about a year and a half after one of the biggest financial crises of our time, second only to the 1929 Great Depression.
Overall, a very well structured presentation, which is informal yet informative and thought out impeccably well. Everything down to, in my opinion, down to what she's wearing, how she's walking, how she's presenting herself, and how she's using pauses and anecdotes to create interest and to create engagement with the audience. Not only that, but the information, although goes over my head slightly, the topic is slightly controversial and it's groundbreaking and absolutely fascinating. If you've watched it a few times, you'll get that gist of it, I'm sure. So the mere thought of public speaking can paralyze many academics. Anxiety, fear of judgment, and other negative emotions can create a formidable barrier. However, by honing your public speaking abilities, you can overcome this barrier and tap into the transformative power of effective communication. Scholars can command their presence and deliver their ideas confidently by focusing on breath control, vocal modulation, and body language. Now, it's not a matter of overnight transformation into a master orator, but rather of cultivating the skills required to present one's research with poise and clarity. If you'd like to learn more about my programs and commit to delivering dynamic and engaging presentations that captivate your audience, schedule a free discovery call with me today. Speak soon.